it's Alaynia and welcome to my channel. So this is a how-to video on crochet braids. I got a lot of compliments and a lot of questions about my method and what I used. So there's a lot of different techniques and information out there. I just shared my personal one. So in this video, it will include brand of hair, type of hair, color, length, how much time it took, everything that I could think of when I was looking for information. So stay tuned. Things you will need: a crochet hook or a latch hook, marley hair. In my case, I didn't like the texture of marley hair. I thought it was too porous and too dry. So I went with afro twisting and braiding hair. This brand is Miracle and the color is T1B/bug. Some kind of moisturizer just so the hair will take when you do the rod sets. I used my Cantu Shea Butter leave-in conditioner. Hair clippies, because it will get crazy. And cold wave rods or perm rods. So this is 11/16, this is 9/16. So I use the smaller ones in the front and the larger ones in the back. Last but not least, some scissors, because you're gonna need to cut and resize and get rid of some of the strags and loose ends. If you are doing the pre-dipped method, you will also need a towel and tongs because it will be extremely hot and you won't want to pick that up with your hands. And that's it. So straight out of the package, the hair kind of looks like this, and it comes pre-sorted already, sectioned. So you're just going to pull out one section. And so this is the thickness. You can totally just pull this in half if you want it to be thinner. And also the length. So it doesn't come marked on the package, but this is about 24 inches, which is way too long for what I want to do. So I'm just going to cut it right in the middle. And just cut half for later. So what happens is you will end up with one kind of tapered edge and one jagged edge. So to help this a little bit, you're just going to pull. And pull. Not with a lot of force, but just enough to kind of give it a little something. So you're going to match up the edges. And what you're going to do is you're going to twist a knot at the top. So what I like to do, it's not necessary, but I feel like it made all the differences in the world. I take a little bit of any kind of moisturizer. I use my Cantu Shea Butter leave-in. I find that this helps lay the hair down when I apply it to the roller. So twist the knot at the top. And what you're going to do is match this knot to this little rubber band point down here. Yeah. And from here, you're going to do kind of a figure 8 with your hand and the roller. You don't want to overlap any hair. You just want to kind of spiral it all the way. And when you're done, you just snap it on top. So the reason we put the knot here is because it'll actually pinch the loop. Even after some water, it won't move out of place. And that is the prep to the pre-dipping. So for this part, you will need a towel, your perm rods, and tongs, and some very, very hot water. This is fresh out of a pot. So pre-wrapped, and you're going to drop them in there for about 30 seconds to a minute, more or less. Keep in mind, the longer it's in the hot water and hotter it is, the shinier it will become. If you are having any leave out, that is something to consider. And this will be extremely hot. And you just place it on your towel to dry. Now, assuming you'll have anywhere from 35 to 55 of these if you're doing a full head, and depending on the size. So, hi! You're gonna start with cornrows going straight back, If you have thick, coarse hair, you might want to do very small braids. This protective style can last anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. So the smaller the better, because they'll last longer before they get all fuzzy and gross underneath. So this is just mine. I'm not the greatest braider, and that's okay. I do know some people who their braid pattern is a cross in the front. If you want, like, I guess bangs, I'm more of a side part kind of person. That's fine with me, and this is my first time doing crochet braids, so I don't really know what I want yet. Also, if you were thinking about doing leave out, you can do the same. You just make a perimeter braid with your leave out, and then you just do your cornrows going back. And once you install your crochet braids, you just unbraid the front and you do just the next row behind the perimeter braid. You would roll with the perm rods and allow it to dry maybe overnight, and it'll blend perfectly. I don't care if you can see, you know, that I have cornrows underneath. I'm okay with that. So I'm just gonna do it like this for the first time. So installation is fairly simple. So you're going to take a bundle of hair that has been already applied to the perm rod set, and very simple. You're going to insert your hook opposite of wherever you want the knot to be. So if you want the knot on this side, you'll insert on this side. I'm going to use this as a middle part, so I'm going to insert my hook that way. And the same loop knot we made right there, that's going to attach to this hook. I don't know if you guys, how clear you can see that. So you're going to pull it nice and tight, and it will just come through the other side. And that same loop that I showed a minute ago. So you're going to open that up, you're going to put the hair through once, twist, put the hair through twice, and pull. Nice and tight, as tight as you can get it. If you want smaller pieces, then you use a smaller chunk of hair, but the pack kind of comes pre-proportioned, so I just used the portion that was already there, and this is exactly kind of what I'm going for. So the hair is completely dry, and it has the curls that I like. So we'll see how the rest of this comes out. So a lot of people ask, well, how do you take this out? It's very simple. You just cut. Then all that's left really is the little knot. You just take the little knot out. That's it. Done. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video. That is everything. A couple of tips that I learned along the way. Do not ever try to wash this hair. It is synthetic, it will mat up, it is crazy. Just don't do it, period. Do not neglect your actual scalp and hair. As often as you can, do apply some oil. I would say like once a week, but you know, depending on what your hair needs. Pineapple and a silk bonnet is how I maintained at night, and I just shook it loose and a little bit of water on my fingertips to refresh during the day. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I am a real person. If I did not answer any of your questions, if I missed anything, feel free to comment in the box below. Thanks for watching.